Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. As you know by the title, in this video we are going to write a code to find the sum of the digits of a number, and also we will learn how to draw a flowchart for the same code. So let's get started by writing the code first. So for writing the code in C language, we use the header file #include stdio.h. So this is the header file that we use in C, and then we write the main function. Main function we write int main, then we create a block. We start the block by opening a curly bracket, then we write int. We use int to declare the variables of integer data type. So we write int, and we have to find the sum of the digits of a number. So first we have to input a number n, so we will use the variable n for that. For sum, to find the sum, we have to assign sum is equals to 0, and we also have to use rem. We use printf function to give the command enter a number. Okay, so this is how we write. Then we will scan the value n, scan f, percentile d, and n. So n will store the value that the user will input. Okay, so here we will be using the while loop to find the sum of the digits of a number. So for using while loop, we write while n not equals to 0. We use this condition. We will discuss in some time why we are using this condition. Then we will open the while block for while loop. Then we will use rem for remainder. For remainder we use modulus, so modulus 10. Okay, so remainder will have the last digit of the number n modulus 10. We will discuss in the dry run how this code works. So right now I'm just writing sum is equals to sum plus rem. This remainder, initially the value of sum we have assigned 0. Then n is equals to n divided by 10. This will get the quotient. So we'll close the block like this. Then we will print. We'll use the printf function to find sum of the digits is equals to percentile d sum. This is how we will print. Then we will return 0 and close this block. So this is the loop, while loop, and this is the main function. So this is how we write the code to find the sum of the digits of a number. So let's just discuss the dry run, how this code actually works. So for that, we have taken here while n not equal to 0. Let's say for an example, the user has input the value of n is equals to 2468. Let us take a 4-digit number. It's user's choice. It completely depends on the user, what kind of, how many digit number he or she wants to input. Right now I'm inputting n is equals to 2468. So now while n not equals to 0, that means 2468 should not be equal to 0. This condition is true initially. So we'll find the remainder n modulus 10. So 2468, we will divide it by 10. So it will be 246,8. So remainder initially is 8. So this remainder will have value 8. So now sum will have, sum is equals to, sum is initially assigned to 0. So sum initially has 0. So sum is equals to sum, that is 0, plus remainder that we have calculated in the previous step is 8. So sum is having value 8. 0 plus 8, 8. Now n is equals to n divided by 10. Here we have divided by 10. division, this symbol, this operator gives the output quotient, and this gives remainder as the output. So the quotient here will be n will be 2, 4, 6. Again the loop work, this is how the loop work continuously. So after this it will check again the condition n not equals to 0. N is now 2, 4, 6. It is not 2, 4, 6, 8. Now it is 2, 4, 6, the new value of n. So 2, 4, 6 not equals to 0, this condition is true. Then again remainder is equals to n modulus 10. So remainder is equals to, again we will divide it, to divide the 246 by 10 to 24 to 46. So this is the remainder, this is the quotient. So now remainder is 6. Sum is equals to sum plus remainder. Sum is 8, sum has value 8 plus remainder is 6. So 8 plus 6. Now n is equals to n divided by 10. N divided by 10 we got 24. So we have here 24. Then we will again check the condition. 24 not equals to 0. Condition true, obviously. So 24, 10. 10 twos are 20. Sorry. So we get 4 as remainder and 2 as quotient. So remainder now we have 4. 4 is the remainder, as you can see. So 4. Here we have the sum of these two as 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. So 14 is the sum. So sum is equals to sum plus remainder. So it will be, I'll write it here, 14 plus is the value of sum, 14 plus 4. Alright. So 14 plus 4 is 18. N is equals to, the new n is n divided by 10. Previously n was 24, so 24 divided by 10, it is 2. So this is 2. Again checking the condition, while 2 not equals to 0, condition true. Again remainder is equals to n modulus 10. So here we will calculate 2 modulus 10. 10 zeros are 0. So we get here 2. So remainder is 2, quotient is 0. That means this is 2 and this is 0. So for 2 we have sum is equals to, now the value of sum is 18 now. So 18 plus remainder we have 2. So 18 plus 2 we have 20. Okay, so final value of the sum we have is 20 now. And we can see n is equals to 0. Now checking this condition again, while n, which is 0, 0 not equals to 0, condition is false, because 0 is equals to 0 obviously. So we'll come out of the loop and we'll print the sum of the digits. So the output of this will be sum of the digits equals to the sum, and sum that we have calculated here is 20 for this digit. For n is equals to 2, 4, 6, 8, sum is 20. So we'll write here 20. So this is the output of this code. So you can see the code. This is the where I've applied all the logic, the while loop. And this is the entire code. Now let's go ahead and draw the flowchart for the same code to find the sum of the digits of a number. So now, right now in this flowchart, for those of you who have no idea about flowcharts, they can watch the introduction video of flowchart that's already in the channel. You can see in the playlist, or also I'll link it in the description. So for those of you who have no idea regarding flowcharts, they can watch that video. So let's draw the flowchart. We start the flowchart by writing start. This is how we start the flowchart, and then we initialize. Whatever initialization we do, we don't declare variables in flowcharts, as I've already discussed it in the video that I have provided for flowcharts. I've already discussed that we don't declare variables as we declare here. We just assign, if we have to assign certain values to certain variable, we use that. We don't declare variable in flowcharts. So here we are assigning sum is equals to 0. So we, as I told you in that video, that we use rectangular box to assign sum for assignment, okay, or performing any operation. We use rectangular box. So here we are assigning, so sum is equals to 0. Then what we are doing, we are inputting a number, right? We are scanning the value of n, we are inputting a number, the user will input the number. So we give the command here, and remember we use a parallelogram for input and output function. Input n, using the variable n here, right? Then after inputting the value, we apply the logic. So how we apply the logic, we use while loop. So I told you for condition, and in while loop the condition comes first, and I told you for condition we use a rhombus in flowchart. So if n not equals to 0, that's the condition, and we use a question mark in the condition box always, okay? So now you will ask that why I have used if not while. We never use while in a flowchart, we always use if. Whenever we write a flowchart, for condition of if else also we use if, for while condition also we use if, because after all it is a condition, it is not a while loop, it is just the condition that we are writing. And if n not equals to 0, that's a condition, so we will always use if, we don't use while. So now if this condition is true, so we write here true. It is mandatory to write t, and this side we will write the false condition, so it is also mandatory to write f. All right, so true. If the condition is true, then what we do, we perform certain operations, that certain operations or any operations are performed in a rectangular box. So we use remainder, rem, is equals to n modulus 10. This same entire logic we write in this box, in a single box. We can also write in separate rectangular boxes, but it is more convenient to write in a single box. So this is how we write sum is equals to rem, and the last step was n by 10. And the while loop, this thing we connect here, okay, like this, because after once checking the condition, it will perform these operations, then it will again check the condition. So that's why we connect this to the while loop condition, okay? So this is how we do. And if the condition is false, what we did, if the condition was false, if n becomes 0, when n becomes 0, then the condition is false. And when the condition is false, what we did in the code, we print the sum of the digits. So this is what we did. After the condition, the while loop fails to execute further, we print the sum. So we'll do the same here. After this condition, after checking all this code, if the condition is false, then what we are doing, we are printing the sum, okay? So we use command print. We can also write output here, we can also write read here. Read n or input n, both are correct. Output sum or print sum, both are correct. After printing the sum, the code ends, so we will write stop. So this is the flow chart.